Hi, friends. I'm Lauren.
And I'm Katie, and welcome to Okay, but Did You Know? A podcast where we talk about the TV and media that we love with a friend who's never seen it before.
Today we're recapping and chatting about Once Upon a Time, episode 516, Our Decay. This episode aired on April 3rd, 2016. It was written by Tse Chun and Dana Horgan and was directed by Steve Perlman. So I was right when I was talking to you before. I was like, I think this was directed by a man.
You don't say.
Yeah, we'll get to that later. Before we get into our recapping and chatting about Our Decay, let's go over a synopsis. In Oz, Zelena is close to casting her time travel spell, but she needs a few more ingredients. When Dorothy thwarts her attempts at getting the brains she needs from the Scarecrow, Hades intervenes, claiming he can help. By bringing her to Dorothy's crash site, they take her bicycle and use it to locate Dorothy and the Scarecrow. A spark is felt as they ride, and after Zelena gets what she needs, she goes back to her castle to find Hades waiting for her. They have similar trauma, siblings who got everything they wanted and a thirst for revenge. But Hades has a bit more flair. Zeus cursed his heart, forcing him to remain in the underworld, unable to feel or love. But true love's kiss could break his curse, and when he admits to Zelena he thinks her kiss could be it, Zelena rebuffs him. She believes he only wants his freedom from his curse so he can steal her ingredients and enact her time travel spell himself, because that's what she would do, because she doesn't believe anyone could love her. And in the underworld, using his leverage over gold, Hades has him create a portal to bring Zelena's baby to the underworld. It doesn't go as planned, and takes Zelena and Belle with the child. When Belle runs off with the baby, Zelena goes to the heroes because they're her only chance to find her. Snow and Charming are distraught that they're getting too comfortable in the underworld, and use a phone booth in town to send a message to Neil that they love him and they'll be home soon. After Zelena runs off with the baby, again, she realizes that she can't protect her, assuming Hades wanted her for the time travel spell. She gives her up to Robin so that he can protect their daughter, and she confronts Hades. It turns out that he didn't want to use the child. He was trying to save her from the heroes for Zelena. After all this time, he still wants her. He wants to give her everything. But Zelena can't be persuaded. She will do this on her own because she doesn't trust him. Meanwhile, Henry's pen has been writing the stories on its own, and when he emerges with new pages, it's confirmation that baby Neil heard his parents' message, and it sparks their drive to defeat Hades and get them all back home. I would like to just point out, I have not read that synopsis since I wrote it last night.
That was impressive.
And I did that in one take with no mess ups. I'm so proud of myself given the fact that I am delirious right now.
See, what the audience also doesn't understand is we mess up so much.
Yeah, you never hear the mess ups and how often we have to re-say the same sentence 15 times. There was one part where I took a long breath that I'll cut out. But other than that, that was one take. Go me.
That was beautiful. Wonderfully done, especially in the state that you are in. I am very proud of you.
Yes, Lauren. There's a lack of brain cells today.
And for both of us. Lauren
Yeah.
gets bigger paths than I do.
Fair.
Look, you were the one that maybe you do take an edible for this. And I was like, maybe not.
Not right now.
Not right now. That's more of a Bob's thing than this one, I think, which is, it is what it is.
I would agree.
I'm looking at my notes and I'm realizing that I didn't say shit about Snow and Charming because I just did not give a fuck.
I thought it was cute. That's why I left it in the synopsis. It is effectively C plot.
Kids don't really start remembering anything till a certain age.
No, I know. It's that, but to
I love
be fair,
that it's the mom that's like, fuck the kid.
No, but to the point of the whole haunting situation, they asked, the guy behind them in line, how it works. And he's like, I don't even know. Effectively, the haunting thing, it's more for the person than it is for the person you're haunting.
Yeah.
It's more for you to assume something's getting through, but also it was further there just to show what was going on with Henry's powers right now, because the pen's powers are a little different in the underworld.
Yeah. It's really interesting, though. But as I did already say this once today, because we can't seem to go a day without talking to each other. That was a fuck-ass Scarecrow. He's tiny and sad, and I'm just like, what the fuck is this?
They can't all be Fiyero, okay?
Yeah. Fiyero, just that man is proof that that I am bisexual.
Yes, you are. But I love, especially with that movie, just no one has better romantic chemistry than a lesbian and a gay man.
Honestly. I love it. I haven't seen it yet, but we're
But
trying
you
to get
knew that he was
us
a
to see it
scarecrow,
soon.
so
Oh God, yeah. I mean, not like the internet ever gives you a fucking break because like the day the movie came out, everyone's posting about, I guess, as his transformation, what makes him look like he's Ryan Reynolds for some odd
yeah,
reason. And I'm just
it
like,
did. Yeah,
wow, y'all really don't care. Y'all just posting shit. Like the movie just came out.
that's why I saw it the Thursday night. I didn't want to
I have
waste any
avoided
time.
so much because I don't want to. I want to see it in its you
Yeah,
know finality. I
you
don't
will.
want to like see clips and have anything ruined. I want to see it.
Hmm.
Um, I am getting all the content though of people being like, "Hey, that was a hard watch if you've ever dealt with something in your past." And I'm just sitting here like, "Oh, this will be fun."
Yeah.
Gemstones on collarbones is diabolical.
Okay, good to know.
Apparently, that is that I'll go into that later. Anyways,
Okay,
really like Dorothy. Dorothy's great. Love Dorothy. I
I
like
have
this
mixed
Dorothy.
feelings about Dorothy.
Why? I like this Dorothy.
I like it's the fact they aged her up. It was always a little jarring because there's really no semblance of how long any of this takes. Um, and then I can't say much more until you see Ruby Slippers.
So I might change my mind.
I think you'll still like her. I'm just
Well,
my mixed feelings don't.
I like that they were the slippers were silver.
Well, yeah, they've continued that with because that was
Yeah.
how it was in season 3. Well, because also
Yeah, I remember.
as we established, Amazon MGM has the rights to the Ruby Slippers anyway, so
Yeah.
legally you can't use them.
But
But
I like the silver better.
I know, but I think my mixed feelings have less to do with Dorothy as a character and just what happens in that episode.
Ah, I'll know
So
next year.
yes,
That's next year's problem.
or like that'll be I mean, assuming we only take the minimal break, that'll be like the last episode we record this year.
Okay, fair. I don't have a brain right now. We're doing this with minimal brain cells on both ends, so y'all enjoy whatever that turns into.
If I only had a brain. Do-do,
That's
do-do-do-do-do.
fitting as fuck.
Yes, it is.
Why is it always time travel? Why is it I know, but why is it always time travel?
Because this is Alita's flashback. This is what she's been working towards the entire time.
Oh yeah. Jesus.
That's
How did I
why it's a
forget about
time.
that?
It's this is her failed attempt the first time.
I'm so smart. I forgot about that.
Yeah, because remember that because what we see in Oz is flashback, not what's been happening since she got sent to Oz.
Thank you. That helps. It was a lot, okay? It was a lot to take in. Like you said, this one was more plot heavy. Like
Yes.
immediately straight into the plot. Um, I forgot about that. But as you say, I have squirrel brain.
We will see what happened to her when she gets sent to Oz after everything happening in Swan Song. I do think that's actually I believe that's the flashback, whatever, for 518.
Thank you. So I have a rant.
Okay.
You already know what it's well, maybe I have two rants. We'll find out. So I would like to start off with I still am very, very, very upset with how the writers handled Zelena getting pregnant.
Mhm.
And that is still horrendous and I hate it and I will never forgive the writers for doing that because it's just there's other ways of doing it in my personal
Oh
opinion.
yeah.
Like there's other ways of doing this that don't involve coercing and lying to somebody and essentially, you know, bad things. But I do like that Zelena seems to be turning around a little bit. Just a
Mhm.
little. Not all the way. Like it is Zelena.
No.
It is Zelena. I'm not sitting here like, oh, Zelena's turning over a new leaf. I'm not dumb.
Yeah, mitigate your expectations on that one.
Yeah, exactly. Like I am completely aware that I'm like, it is still Zelena. But I did like as she said, our baby, she, like all this going on with the baby and actually worrying, like being that mother. I know that anxiety myself of wanting to be a good mother, wanting to have my baby, feeling that attachment. Like if you're like, I can't imagine having my newborn baby ripped from my arms. I would kill somebody. Like
Mhm.
honestly. Like what the fuck do you mean you're taking my child?
Yep.
And like I do still understand why everybody else is like, she's batshit crazy. Let's not let her have a child. There's still ways I feel at the end of the day of allowing her to somewhat be a mother. Like, yes, let her feed the baby. But I mean, obviously they need to do more to make sure she doesn't run off with said child, but she brought her back.
Yeah, eventually she figured out the right thing is was supervised visitation.
Yeah, exactly. Like, let her experience motherhood and be there with her child, regardless of how that child came to be. That is still very wrong and gross, and I hate it. But she is a mother. I know what it is to bring children into into this world. I know what it is to be a mother and have those emotions and all the things that surround that, especially in the baby stage. Oh my god, your hormones are fucking crazy. Let her still they still. I know they're gonna show me enough in the future of what's gonna happen with the rest of the show and everything else, but I kind of enjoyed the fact that they at least gave her a moment to be a mother.
Mhm.
And yes, I know she took the baby, blah blah. She brought her back. She brought her back. Babies
Well,
don't
like,
eat that fast, but still,
that's we chalk that up to this being directed by a man.
yeah.
Uh, but, like, kinda like what we say with I mean, what a lot of the parents on this show say is, like, they make sure they set their children up with their best chance, and at least for Zelena, her becoming a mother was realizing she is not her daughter's best chance at safety right now. That was before she
Hmm.
realized what Hades actually wanted, but that's, still she recognized that this is not the right that I can't be the one to protect you right now, even though she wants to be.
It's a lot to take in too. It's kind of
Yeah.
crazy. And then we get on to Belle and Rumple.
I c I completely forgot about that scene. I don't even know if I wrote anything down for it.
Oh, I just said all I actually said was cuss him out, Belle. Rumple is such an asshole. Because when he does stand there with this whole thing of her figuring out that he is once again the Dark One, he doesn't have any remorse. He doesn't have. It's like he literally is proud of it. He pulls out the dagger and he's like, "Oh yeah, I am.
Mhm.
I have power again, and I'm not giving it up." And it's just sitting here, and I'm just like, she's still gonna stay with him.
Well, because at one point he does his little rant of like, "No, you fell in love with the man behind the beast, but actually what you fell in love with was the man and the beast." I'm like, yeah, mansplaining her feelings to her is really shitty, dude.
I mean, it is Rumple.
This is true, but, like, I mean, this is him at least being honest for once, is just like, "I love you, I love the power," which, to be fair, 2 things can exist at the same time. That's entirely true. But unfortunately, he doesn't get to decide how she reacts to this.
No, I mean, I know she's gonna go back to him because that's what these writers do with
She
this.
is
Is
pregnant with his
she is
baby.
pregnant. You don't have to be with the baby daddy. You can do it yourself. It's Belle. She's got the books. But I just I hate Rumple so much. And it does kill me a little bit after seeing people who have been upset before. We're like, "Oh my god, why do you not like Rumple? He's so good." And I'm like, "I like Robert Carlyle.
Yeah,
I hate this character
which means he's
so
doing a
much."
phenomenal job
Exactly. I every time that man is on the screen, I'm like, "Ooh, Robert Carlyle." But at the same time, I'm like, "What the fuck is this guy about to do?"
because, again, 2 things can exist at the same time.
They can. I do like that they got Zelena on a bike.
I
That was
mean, you
great.
had to. It really, like, yeah, and the
That's
fact that she didn't know what a bicycle was.
and, Hades and Zelena does make sense as a couple. I know
They
she's
work.
rejecting him and everything, but
Yeah,
they're good. Okay, they're not good for each other in that sense. They're a good match.
they are. They like I said, they make sense. They have very
Mhm.
similar trauma, very similar motivations. He's got a little more going for him. But I mean, I really I really like that ship.
I like it
I like it, and so here's the thing with their ship name.
because it
Um,
works.
so
Oh, no.
the ship of Zelena and Hades is Zades. That's it's okay, but it's boring. It's a little boring in my opinion.
Boring.
I remember being in fandom conversations about what to call them. Like, there were a bunch of different, like, conversations, like, "This is how I was in the fandom." We were deciding these things. I stand by mine was the best one, and here's why. And we're talking about this 9 years later, I don't care. So, her birthday is April 15th, according to
Yes.
him. I will die on this hill that their superior ship name, because he is the god of the dead and she is born April 15th, their ship name should have been, yes, it's long, Death and Taxes.
I like that.
I'm aware it's a little longer than we would like, and the other options were like we had Zades, Death and Taxes, and Wicked Flame.
Mm.
Wicked Flame would have made the most sense with the way the fandom usually works, but I
I
don't know.
like
So
Zadie.
there's something real specific. Well, because for me also Zades is just is. Like Zadie is Yiddish for grandfather. Like, so take off the S, that's what it is. So I was like, again, I stand by. I prefer Death and Taxes. Just
I
saying.
like Death and Taxes. Nope, it's Death and Taxes.
That's it.
It's sorry, no, they're wrong. No more Zadies. It's
The
Death and Taxes.
fandom is wrong. It is Death and Taxes.
It's Death and Taxes. I love that. But that's all the
Thank
notes
you.
I took because I
Okay.
just didn't give a shit on what was going on with the Charmings.
That's fair.
Neil's a baby. He's not even going to remember this. He barely probably even notices that they're gone.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I know, I'm right.
But again, I said the haunting is more for the soul than the actual person. So
Yeah.
so
Well,
actually,
I don't
since we
like
have,
them either.
I know. Since we have Zelena's birthday, and I did this a while ago. I already had the link in here and I forgot about it. But the link didn't work. But I looked it up again. I had to just make associations for her birthplace because Enchanted Forest is not an option, and I had to just kind of assume her time. I did get Zelena's big 3 for her zodiac chart because I apparently one day I was just that bored.
Okay, but it's me. Give me.
So Zelena is an Aries. She's an Aries sun. We've established this.
Yeah.
Based off of the weird amalgamations that I picked, she's also a Leo moon and a Virgo rising. So she's got 2 fire signs, which is why she's
And keep in mind the Leo is what dictates emotion.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
Aries is what you present usually, and your sun sign is usually what you present. So Aries is what she presents, which we see that, but emotionally she's a Leo.
Mm-hmm.
Don't ask me about the last one. I don't remember. I just remember those
I have
two.
no clue. Virgo, is that an air sign?
Yes?
Maybe.
Let's see.
But if anyone understands actually how zodiac works, there you go.
Let's see. It's an earth sign.
Earth sign, okay. So 2 fire and earth sign, okay.
Ironically, the greatest compatibility is either a Pisces or a Cancer.
Makes sense. That's why I love her. Although I'm neither of those. I'm just another water sign.
So I have weird beliefs when it comes to being a Capricorn because we are a goat with a fishtail. I don't believe that Capricorns are fully earth signs. I think Capricorns are we have issues and we're like a mixture between earth and water. So we're mud, essentially. Okay. But when your symbol is literally a goat with a fishtail, like, yeah, we're totally earth.
Yeah. So as I told you before, I know. As I told you before, our terrible scarecrow he is voiced by Paul Scheer, which I don't really know what to describe that he's been in. You know his face if you looked him up.
Okay.
So he's been in everything.
Paul Scheer?
Paul Scheer spelled SCHEER.
Like shearing a sheep? Oh, SC. Okay.
Yeah, SCHEER.
All right. Let's see. Oh yeah, he's been in fucking everything.
Exactly. He's the kind of thing. I really don't know what to mention about him because he's been this one-off actor in everything.
Like literally everything. I don't think I've ever seen something especially when you get into sitcoms and stuff. This man has literally been in absolutely everything. Fresh Off the Boat was really good. I like Fresh Off the Boat. I was mad that it got canceled. I mean, when you've got stuff like Propopolis, Big Mouth, Star Trek Lower Decks, Batman, Twisters, Knuckles, The Loud House, literally.
He's in everything.
He's in every genre. Storyby. History of the World Part 2. The man has literally done everything. Has he done Bob's Burgers?
I don't think so, actually.
He's been American Dad. He's done a lot of voice acting, obviously. I mean, technically this was voice acting.
He was actually, I don't think I ever showed you any of this though. For the season 2 DVDs, the special features, they did a full thing that was Good Morning Storybrooke. He was one of the hosts for that.
Oh, I love that. Oh. Hold on. He's Larry from Food Truckin'.
Ah, okay.
So he's also in Bob's Burgers.
There we go. We found the connection.
He was in season 1?
Yeah, 1 or 2. Some more fun facts. I'll do Dorothy's IMDb at the end. This is the only episode of the entire 5B arc to have every single main cast actor.
Damn.
Like at this point, like Robin said, like he wants to take the baby to the woods, so he won't really be in the next episode. I'm trying
Yeah,
to think
well,
of which one.
child labor laws and all.
Well, yeah. Also, yeah, Jared needs rest and stuff like this. I think this is why I said I also think this is the part where like Sean's wife was like heavily pregnant or about to give birth. So like finding reasons to just like let him leave set because family things, which makes sense. So the scene where Zelena masquerades as Mother Superior was filmed with Keegan Connor Tracy and a body double. That way they kind of had the shot of
Mhm.
two of them in the same shot. During filming of the scene, I thought this was cute. Of the scene with Hades and Zelena, like it didn't say which one. During one of them, Greg Germann FaceTimed his daughter from set, and Rebecca Mader and the whole crew saying happy birthday because it was her birthday.
Oh, that's really sweet.
Yeah. The mirror that she used at the beginning to look at her past, which the thing was like tinted green. I'm like, that's not really a fun fact that it's tinted green. It's just how her magic works. But it's the same prop that they used in Rumpel's Castle, and it's not easy being green. So we have seen that prop before. As we've established, we like to look at the menu in Granny's Diner.
Always.
So the Underbrook Diner has its own offerings. The daily menu offered dry wheat toast, tapioca, oatmeal, porridge, and custard. The evening menu consisted of peppers, pound cake, rice pudding, plain risotto, and tofu. Every single dish cost $10.95.
That's more expensive than Granny's.
It's more expensive than the frickin' lobster roll.
That lobster roll.
The scene when Selena's taking out the scarecrow's brain, you can see there's a little bit of her arm that isn't entirely green. Like, they clearly, like, I mean, which makes sense. They're not going to bring it as far up as they have to, but it's just, it was a costume mishap. It happens. And this is, yeah. And this one, I just, once it's pointed out to me, I can't unsee it now that it's been pointed out to me. In the forest scenes with Regina, Robin, and Zelena, Regina is without a hat for the beginning of it. For like the first few scenes, she's got no hat.
Yeah, and then the
And
random
then
bucket hat?
and then suddenly when they find Belle and then later on back again at the farmhouse, she has a hat on. So it just clearly started raining. So they gave her a hat.
They're like, we can't keep fixing your hair. You don't want wet hair. Throw this hat on.
Exactly.
Wet hair
So
when
I
you're
don't
filming, like, we know how long that can take. Like,
especially,
no,
yeah,
she'd be
because
soaked.
well, especially because of all like the movement and everything. Like it's not like one of those cases where they can like have the actors under a tarp. They're always moving.
Yep.
So I don't actually have a whole lot for Terry Reeves, who plays Dorothy. She's done some acting. She hasn't done a whole lot. Um, but she's she's done a lot of like 1 or 2 episode stints on a bunch of shows like Days of Our Lives, General Hospital, Medium, The Punisher. She was like also on 10 episodes of Chicago Fire. But apparently she has a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
That's actually pretty badass.
That's very, very cool, and it makes me a little bit terrified of her.
I like it.
Yeah. A lot of my notes are lines just because it's a Zelena heavy episode. They gave her a lot of really, really good lines.
Yeah.
Like with the baby at the beginning, like, put her down. Or what? You'll smite me with your book learning. Because it's Zelena, but it's also Bex. Like it's a funny line, but from a different actor, it wouldn't quite land the same way.
Yeah, I have to agree.
So like everything, all of the comebacks with her, are just also just like, is the devil flirting with me? I don't know why that line just gets me every time. And I just went, I mean, wouldn't you? Like,
Yeah.
let's be
Look
real
at her.
here. Given the option to flirt with her, absolutely.
Please.
Did you know that Lauren and Katie are sapphic? Like,
On the 199th episode.
right? Like,
If you
come
haven't
on.
figured it out by now,
They're
as
not
we
actually
flirt with
listening
each other
the entire time. I mean, to be
the
fair,
entire time from
straight
the
peop-
beginning.
straight women can flirt with each other. It's fine.
I've been trying to mess with my straight friend and like we'll joke flirt with her, and almost every time she's like, I like dick, and I'm just sitting there like, okay, for now.
You could
You
change
never
your
know.
You know what? Maybe she hasn't met the right woman yet.
She's known me for over a decade.
Well, then that's her problem.
Right. I love her to death. She is my best friend. But I mean, her and her husband have adopted me. So what can I say?
Yeah, this is
I'll
true.
take adopted child over anything else at 31.
Right?
Wait, when this comes
But
out, I'll be 32.
yes, this hopefully if you're listening to this on launch day, it'll be February.
Yeah, I'll be
We're
32.
recording we're recording in December.
You're welcome.
But so I love Rumpel's line at the beginning of creating a portal is no simple task. And I went, unless it is. Like, that's just this show is portals are hard to come by unless the plot dictates otherwise. So apparently the key to a portal in according to this episode is a loop of gold thread and dark one blood.
Isn't that funny?
That's all we need, apparently, is just a lot of golden thread and dark one blood.
Which he could have done at any point in time.
Right? Like this is like unless that's specific I'll say unless that's a specific to and from Underworld portal. I can give them props for that.
All I know is every time I turn around, they're like, portals are so hard to get. 3 episodes later, hey, we have a portal.
We've opened a portal to the Underworld now 3 times in like 5 episodes.
It's getting kind of annoying, actually. I'm like, come on, guys. Y'all can't make it sound like they're hard to come by and then make it the simplest fucking shit.
Like it's apparently deceptively easy to go to the Underworld. You just need the blood of the dark one. Oh god, but when the scene when he pops up and she's yelling at the Munchkins, I we have like the who the hell am I? The question is more appropriate than you know. And then I went, dude, why with the blue hair boner? Like, buy her a drink first.
Every time they have him do that, I'm just like, can we not?
Because there's like no semblance of reasoning why he does it. It's literally
He always
just
makes
for show.
and like he always makes a sound, and it's always this ha whenever it happens, and I'm just like, dude,
Yeah,
please stop. It's
he's
kind of
enjoying this.
disturbing.
It is a little disturbing, I gotta say. Um, but yeah, it's just like although I have Z, just accept your boyfriend's help. It's fine. Like you can tell I was having a little too much fun with these notes when it's
Just a
like
little. I'm
mostly
over
just like
here ranting about babies
yeah,
and like Rumple and Belle, and you're just like, Zelena.
like oh honey, just accept your boyfriend's help. It's fine. I'm with the little Yenta in the corners, like pushing them together.
Oh my goodness.
But okay, so I will talk a little bit about the pen writing the stories by itself because it's a little
Yeah.
weird. Um,
Like I thought like it wasn't him like not realizing he was writing like in a stupor almost. It was like the pen is actively writing by itself.
yeah, the pen it's recording the stories. It's just
Then why
I'm
does the
chalking
author exist?
I'm chalking this up to the pen writing by itself as an after effect of it being in the underworld, similar to like how in the underworld the rules are a little wonky and it can reanimate the dead, versus in the land of the living it can't.
Mm-hmm.
Like now that he's united the pen, because also there were stories in that book that I remember based off of the pictures that were in that book that they found in the mansion that were what had happened since they'd gotten to the underworld. I feel like until they get back to the land of the living, the pen doesn't really know it has an author back. That's
Oh.
my theory with it.
I mean, it kind of makes sense, but I don't know. I know nothing until the end
Yeah.
of the season,
Henry,
and we're on to the next thing.
he will use the pen to like write people's stories for them, like because they'll start to use this power to like help people with their unfinished business and stuff like that. So, which is good use of it. I did like though his mom's trying to make him feel better. Like it's really well written. Yes, and the illustrations are lovely.
They're so cute.
Yeah.
Henry and his mommies.
And his little mom, and like his crash out is perfect for a teenager, but also a broody creative. He's just like so everyone's an author all of a sudden. We're like, okay, that's for a teenager, yes, and for a creative that's getting critique for the first time ever. Like, yeah, that makes sense.
He's just a baby.
He's just a baby. He's currently a 25-year-old baby. The actor.
Nope, I'm not that old.
No. Imagine how I feel.
I mean, he's only a couple of years younger than not couple, a few years younger than you.
But it's different when you're growing up and watching it. And like I started watching it at like live. So like my entire time I've always been, 7 years older than him, whatever. But like
Is it 7?
maybe 5, 5 or 6. I
I
have
would
no
say
idea.
it should be 5.
Some
You just hit 30. That's
whatever.
5, honey.
Shush. I want to
Can you
expand
math?
the age gap between me and him.
Why? You
I
want to be
don't
older?
I don't know. Maybe.
That puts you older than me.
Do you like older women?
You know the answer to this already. My last girlfriend was how old?
Yeah.
Just saying.
So, but still, like, when you're growing up with it, it's a little different than, like, watching it happen over the course of a couple of years and, like, all that, so it's a little I mean, I'm sure it's weird for obviously for them as well, so it's a little different. I do have a little bit of a rant of how they portray the sibling relationship with Zeus and Hades so far, because his whole
Mhm.
thing about his brother cursing his heart, which we don't if I recall, we don't really get a justification for it.
It's
It's just
Zeus, though. Do you
it's
need a justification when it's Zeus?
technically no, but the whole thing about Zeus being the eldest, I get why they do it because he's the king of the gods, but if we're gonna go into actual mythology, Zeus is actually the youngest, which is why he was spared from being killed by Cronus, and Hades is actually of the Olympians, he's actually the oldest, which is why he's the lord of the dead, because at the end of the day, all souls end up in his dominion.
Yeah,
So, I
'cause people
get
get that mixed up.
people see, "Oh, leader, he must be oldest." Like, no, he's just the only one that didn't get eaten.
Yeah.
Because people didn't have Greek mythology phases in middle school like we did.
Well, it's a very queer thing, apparently.
I've noticed. Like, you either like, I feel like it's a very common thing for our community to either have grown up having a Greek mythology, like, phase and, like, maybe wanting to be, like, an ancient world history historian, or you wanted to be a marine biologist. There's not really an in between.
I just looked at the date and I got happy. I'm sorry. We were talking about Greek mythology. We get season 2 of Percy Jackson tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, you're right. That'll be good.
I know what I'm doing tomorrow.
Mhm.
I can't wait.
And what I will be doing when I'm, incapacitated.
And the only clip I've seen was his brother outing him
Mm.
for always looking at Annabeth's picture right in front of Annabeth.
I've seen no clips.
That's the only clip I've seen, and it's adorable. And that's not really a spoiler because we all know. Like,
Yeah. I mean, I've
should I
read the
just
book, like
reread that entire?
I reread the book last year, I think.
I reread them 2 years ago, but I still haven't finished the Roman ones. Like, they're just not as good. I
Yeah,
feel, but I
I
want to read the
reread
Norse ones.
Yeah, I reread the first 3 last year, that's as far as I got, I
Mhm.
didn't
They're
mainly just
so
because
good.
I couldn't stand I wasn't a biggest fan of the audiobook narrator, and, like, he spoke really slowly, so, like, I had to have it, like 2.3 speed for it to sound normal to me.
That's why I don't listen to the Aragon audiobooks. Like, no offense towards the guy that originally narrated them. He's a phenomenal
Mhm.
voice actor. I cannot stand the voice he uses for Saphira, the dragon,
Uh-huh.
because it's just gravelly. And I'm just like, I can't listen to that all the time because Saphira
Yeah.
talks plenty. So it's
Mhm.
quite often. So I just can't do
And it
it.
makes a big difference.
It makes a big, I need to be able to like enjoy what I'm listening to.
Yeah.
Like when you narrate, I I haven't given up on a book that you've narrated.
Oh, good. Luckily,
You're
mine aren't
welcome.
that long.
Thank goodness. Look, I just started an 18-hour audiobook. Me finishing classes just took off. I was like, all right, I'm reading this book. We're gonna start this audiobook. We're gonna like I showed you the stack of books next to my bed.
See, it's the
I'm very happy.
it's the dichotomy of you and I are having time to read for 2 very different reasons.
Hmm.
And you go into that, and I go into Scrub Me Daddy.
Oh my god.
If I doubt I
I need
doubt that
to send the
author
cover to my friend. Oh my god.
I doubt that author is ever going to hear this. I'd like because I've also told him like you had me at sentient sponge romance. Tell me more. I love the weird shit. I do.
I
And
know.
like the people I love the sentient object romances. I think they're hilarious.
Did
And
I
like
tell you that I explained Chuck Tingle to you know who?
oh my god. I
Even
haven't
sent a
read that
picture of Chuck Tingle in his bag.
I haven't read that many Chuck Tingle books like of the variety we're talking about. Like I
Yeah.
read like his trad pub stuff. I read Bury Your Gaze.
I read Camp is
Camp
it Camp
Damascus.
Damascus? I read
Yeah.
that one. It's the only Chuck Tingle I've read. No, I decided to look in the books and I start sending them and I'm dying because we're on a call as we're talking about it. And all I see is that he has an entire Donald Trump
Mm.
series. A lot of butt blasting.
Well, yeah, that's usually how because like the one that I think about that Sammy so lovingly made me read um was it involved obviously a lot of butt stuff, but it was a
Always.
is it was the large sentient dreidel. Um
I
and when
couldn't
I
find that one. I wanted to send it to him, but I couldn't find it.
There's so many.
No, like, specifically the dreidel one. I couldn't
Okay.
find it.
I'll see if I can find the title in
Thank you.
my library for you. But
I'm just
because
gonna
that one,
send it with no context whatsoever.
no, because with that one, when I was talking to Sammy about it, I loved that, like, their thing was like, "Yeah, like, no, the with the anal, it was just so not realistic about it," and I went, "That was the not realistic part of this and not the giant floating sentient dreidel? Okay."
Not the anal. Oh god. This is an adult podcast, apparently.
I mean, we always mark them as such.
I know, but I'm dying. The anal was the most unrealistic part. Okay.
Not the giant sentient dreidel, so
I don't want any more information. I'm good with the amount that I have received.
I believe so. So I will go back into Once Upon a Time land, talk about funny lines and stuff.
From anal dreidel.
But okay, so with the scene with them all in the woods trying to find the baby, which again, my whole thing is I don't know why Zelena didn't just say that Belle has her, because in my mind, if I mean I where this is the plot of the episode, but still, Belle has her. The library feels like the natural first place to look, just in my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't know why they started with the woods.
Oh, you're telling me Belle has something? Where do we find her? The library.
Exactly. But I do love Zelena's lineup. Before we find my daughter, would you do me the courtesy of sharing with me whatever horrid name you settled her with? Probably something dreadful like Brittany or Nancy or, oh God, not Marion. She's just, and again, it's the faces she makes when she makes those lines. It's like it's that. But to be fair, her thing though, like Robin saying his whole thing about protecting their daughter, and she went, "You weren't protecting her at all." I'm like, hang on, she's got a point here.
She does. They all left the baby behind.
I don't think
Which,
I don't think
yes,
we should
that
have
is
taken the
like
baby
a
with
better
us, but
way.
like
No. But like both parents left.
exactly. So like it's you weren't protecting her. Like, and his thing of like, no, I'm showing her an example. I'm like, yeah, she's a newborn. Maybe one of you stays behind. Just saying. And it would be Robin because that made more sense.
Yeah. But Robin can't leave his love. Which,
No.
like, I get it. I do. You would want your partner by your side for something like that, and they trust Mother Superior and everything else. But which is so funny because
Yeah.
why don't they just call her Blue? But anyways,
Just call her Blue.
just call her Blue. Mother Superior. Seriously, like we're still on nuns, even though
They
we
are
know they're
still
not
nuns.
actually. Are they though? Are they actually like worshiping and shit?
Are they still nuns or can they, date? Like that's the question we're all asking.
Like, what's actually going on there? Because they know that they're not actually who they actually are. They know who they are, where they're from,
Well, because
what
then it
they are.
also it
But then they're still like playing around and being like, yeah, I'm a nun. What?
But it also begs the question, since Tinkerbell is now, in theory, though we don't see her, she is in Storybrooke. In theory, she's a fairy, but she wasn't cursed to be there. So would she be a nun?
I hope not. Look at her. I love her. Yeah, I can't say anything when you're like, I love this actress or this actress, and I'm over here like, Rose.
Rose McIver.
I love her.
Mhm.
I need to watch Ghosts.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
way
not
behind
caught
on
up.
Ghosts. I'm
I'm
very
so
behind on
behind.
Ghosts.
I still am enjoying it. It's just not like I forget. I forget it
Yeah,
exists sometimes.
no, it's the same.
And then I
But
binge it.
yeah, same. Like we were saying before, if Hades wasn't such an egotistical megalomaniac, I'd say like I love the ship of Death and Taxes so dearly. Because like I can't say what I'm gonna not say much, but Zelena deserves to be happy.
She does.
He's just kind of a sociopath, just a little bit.
I mean, it is Zelena,
Yes,
so
but
sociopath kind of fits.
yes, but like Bex is to watch her perform is just in this episode especially is so beautiful because of what she's able to do and like in such a small I mean I know they film these things over like a week but still just like seeing that flip of like the her making the jokes and everything into the interaction she has with her daughter in the woods before everything when she gives her back like the flip between the Oz storyline to giving her baby up it's just like watching her do that and live in that and this is all before she's ever had her first child
Yeah.
like it's just she's beautiful and like her acting is beautiful and it's just wonderful wonderful
Well,
wonderful to watch.
and everything with the dichotomy of that, and like her own mother gave her up, and she knows that,
Yeah.
and then she has to cope with that too. Of like, oh shit, I can't protect my own daughter. I have to hand her over.
Mhm.
So I guess that might, I mean, that's gotta like mentally fuck you up when you're like, my own mother did this, and now I
Yeah.
have to do the same thing. Like, oh, the trauma.
Well, like, her yelling at
Like,
him,
dead
"Love is
serious.
not
That's not me trying to
enough."
make a joke.
I know. Her yelling at him that love is not enough. Like,
Mhm.
that's just it's just wonderful. I have
Yeah.
no other way of describing it.
She's a deeply traumatized person. No, that does not give
Oh,
her any excuse to be as horrible as she has been and do the things that she has done. But two things can exist at once. You can have had a horrible amount of things happen to you and still be held accountable for your actions.
yeah. Mhm. Absolutely. So I have a little, like, last little tidbit for us before I get to that. What did you rate our Decay?
Nines across the board. It's a 27. It's
That's
not a
solid.
30.
Yeah. I get it.
It's not, but it's close.
Mhm. It's a 30 for me.
I knew it would be.
Like,
For me, it's just, I know it progresses the plot. I just get bored with Charmings. I don't like the Charmings
nah, that's fair. But so you finally have your answer as to why the underworld looks like Storybrooke.
because he's smitten.
Because he's smitten, because despite everything I
It's
love her
actually
line.
cute.
I love her line, "Despite everything I've done, you've loved me all this time." Like, she just has that fine, like, at least is willing to accept that he does love her, because
Mhm.
it's all been for her at the end of the day. Like, no, his and I love it as a reason, because like, it does further, so obviously the underworld didn't always look like Storybrooke, because that would be a little weird. But that also explains why, like, the apartment is just there waiting for the Charmings, because it's created to be what the curse is. So it's
Mhm.
gonna have all of those same things. Like, we haven't seen it. I don't know if I don't remember if there actually is a scene in the Mayoral Mansion, but in theory, I think maybe it was a deleted scene I'm thinking of, possibly.
Not the mansion. They did the office.
Yeah, they've had The Office. So
They did the office, but not the mansion.
we haven't. I don't think going forward we're gonna see it, but I'm thinking of it in my brain. There might be like a deleted scene or like a blooper or
Oh,
something. So they may
okay.
have filmed in there that we haven't seen. But like, that's why everything is as it would be, a little skewed, but that's why everything has amalgamation. It's however the curse was written, because he wanted to give her everything that
Mhm.
Regina had. I love his line. I I always it's always a little conflicting of emotions of like, do I really like how do I because they say the episode title in the line of despite my best intentions, things don't grow here, they decay, but it's our decay. Like, all Zelena wanted was someone to choose her, and that's exactly what he's offering her. And I'm proud of her for still making the right decision, which is choosing her baby's safety over over the possibility of his twisted love.
Well, how do you trust someone that you just don't know? Because they don't know each other.
They don't. They
They
had
don't.
maybe 2 days together. Like, it's the ever iconic line from Frozen, "You can't marry a man you just met."
And Zelena's being smart. At least she has her head on her shoulders about that one and like choosing her daughter instead of a possibility of someone loving her. She's choosing to love instead.
Mhm.
That's a big step for Zelena.
It is. Like I said, like,
It's
all of
not gonna go too far. I know that. It's Zelena.
it's Zelena. It's so we mitigate our expectations, but when it comes to her, you kinda she's making strides, and I say all of her growth, all of everything that works with her character arc, it all takes time. It's time that we get some of it on the
When you're
show,
that
some of
maniacal, it's gonna take time.
it's gonna take time, but it's everything that can it all gets solved with time.
Yeah.
So, we shall see in the future on how Zelena's gonna fuck it up.
Yeah, because that's what I expect. I don't expect
Yes.
this to go well for her at all. It's
We love
Zelena.
her. We love her, but that's kinda what she does. She just is
Well, look,
she gets
maybe it's a different sister that needs to take it at this point.
but, like, 'cause like, with both of them, they both have a tendency of getting in their own way.
Yeah, they do.
They are sisters after all, and yes, Regina has more firsthand trauma based off of Cora, but they both have Cora-based trauma. This is what it turns you into.
Abandonment is some really deep trauma that is very hard to get over. And if you like, and then of course, like, how she had to grow up and everything and
Yeah.
everything she discovered, her entire story is just so traumatic and sad. But like, I like that the authors, the writers, God, are at least showing, like, this is what this amount of like abandonment and issues can really lead to, like
Her
just how much it can like screw someone up.
her trauma's gonna get worse.
No, God, can we?
It's gonna
Poor
get
Mills
worse.
women, man.
We'll see that in 519, aptly named Sisters.
Oh God, can we stop traumatizing these women, please? Can we traumatize some men? They deserve it. Thank you all for listening. Join us next time when we discuss Bob's Burgers, Season 11, Episode 1, Dream a Little Bob of Bob, and Episode 2, Worms of Enrearment. Don't forget to like, rate, and follow the podcast wherever you listen so you can be notified every time we publish a new episode. Follow us at OBDYK_pod on Instagram and Blue Sky. And if you'd like to join our Patreon, you can find the link with more details in our show notes.
This has been an episode of Okay, But Did You Know? A TV and media podcast. It was hosted by Lauren and Katie and edited by Lauren.